So shall we start now?
Yes, yes.
Please, ma'am.
Okay. Namaskar and very good afternoon to you all. I wanted to have the prayer, but because of the internet connection, I can't do it online. So I will just sing it. सर्व मंगल मांगल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थ साधिके शरण्य त्र्यंबके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते नारायणी नमोस्तुते. Good afternoon to you all. Friends, today's chief guest Dr. Usha Saraiya madam, Dr. Mandakini madam, Dr. Vandana Valvekar, and all the delegates. Friends, we have worshipped Goddess Durga during Navratri. We prayed for her blessings for the mankind and Mother Earth during this challenging time of COVID-19. Time and again, Ma Durga takes avatar to destroy evil, eliminate the suffering, and to restore peace. We had and have amongst us our women doctors who with their expertise, skill, and dedication served the society at large. They did not strive for awards, nor did they get the recognition they deserve. Saint Tukaram Maharaj has said, "Jeka ranjale ganjale, त्यासी म्हणे जो आपुले, तोची साधू ओळखावा, देव तेथेची जाणावा." That means the person who serves poor, sick, and downtrodden is worshipped as God. Through our webinar Unsung Star, we offer our deepest gratitude and appreciation for these women doctors who dedicated their life for the betterment of people. The idea of this webinar is conceptualized by our president, Dr. Yamini Alshi. I invite Dr. Alshi for her welcome address. Over to you, madam.
Good evening, friends. Can we see the screen, Amit? Speakers?
Yes.
Ma'am. Yes,
Because
ma'am.
we can.
Good evening, friends. On behalf of Association of Medical Women in India, it's my great privilege to welcome you all for this new concept of our organization, the Unsung Stars. It's my pleasure to welcome the respected Madam Saraiya, who are accepting to chair the program as chief guest. She is always there to guide us. Thank you, ma'am, for your guidance, which is always there. The seed of this program, the Unsung Star, was shown by an inquiry by one of the Dr. Saraiya's student, Dr. Bhavin Bhayani. He wanted to know about the name of the famous lady surgeon from Nagpur region who did a lot of heavy repairs in program of her work. This was the moment we realized that there are many medical women who are working or work for the women's health and well-being at their level. We are unaware of them. Their contribution to the society is beyond any medal or certificate. But they will definitely inspire many of us. We salute them. Dr. Sarai, women working for the society. I wish and request you to search for such stars whose work we would like to recognize on this platform. We have planned to have this Unsung Stars program every year during our tenure. The stars may be a member or not. We want to appreciate their hard work for the society. This year, stars are Dr. Vidhi Shastrakar and Dr. Kamlabai Joshi from Nagpur, Dr. Chaitali Mukherjee from West Bengal, Dr. Maya Lulla and Dr. Gitanjali Amin from Mumbai. We all are going to know about their work soon. I welcome all the presidents, Dr. Sumana Su, Dr. Mudul Worker. Also, welcome all the speakers, Sindhu Bhute, Chaya Chaurasia, Sarita Bhalerao, Bulbul Rai Chaudhary, and Kamal Hazare as a chairperson, speaker, sorry. I appreciate the and welcome Dr. Mandakini makes presence. Though she is so busy in her ICOG, chairman of ICOG, she could join it. I'm really happy. And also, I appreciate the presence of Dr. Vandana Vavekar. Then Dr. Those are very busy people. Lakshmi Shikhande, always she is always some seminar. Then I also wish request Kamaltai Deshmukh, Arundhati Vinod, who is from USA, she has joined, and so many Dipti Dongaonkar, she has joined from Pune. So there are so many. Vaidehi Marathe, president of NOGS, she has joined us. Shoa Potwade from Amravati. Shailaja Karve, who is a sister of Dr. Shastrakar, she has joined from Mumbai. Now in Mumbai, she is working in Mumbai. So we have got lots of people who have joined this to listen. I am really welcome you all, my dears, and enjoy the today's program, and definitely you will enjoy it. Thank you. To
Yeah.
Melini.
Yeah. Did you unmute please, Amit?
Yes, ma'am. To whom to unmute?
Yeah. Yeah. So can I?
Please, ma'am. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Dr. Arshi, madam. Now, thank you for your energy, enthusiasm, and ideas, and lot to learn from you, madam. Now I invite Dr. Usha Saraya, madam, today's chief guest, for her blessings. Dr. Usha Saraya, madam, she has got so many feathers in her cap, a great academician, skilled clinician, so many achievements in her credit, and along with it, she is always ready to help. So I'll read her biodata. Biodata, please. Dr. Usha Saraya. Dr. Usha Saraya, she is MD, DGO, FIC, FICOG, FRCOG UK. She is consultant obstetrician and gynecologist, Bridge Candy Hospital, Saifi Hospital, and Elizabeth Hospital, Mumbai. She has been conferred honorary fellowship by RCOG in 2012, past president of MOGS and FOXY, chairman Indian College of Obstetrician and Gynecologists from 2006 to 9. She has got award for Outstanding Woman Obstetrician and Gynecologist at FIGO 2003, which is very, very prestigious. Chairman of Ethics Committee for Clinical Research, NIRRH and ICMR from 2011 to 18. Lifetime Achievement Award by AOGIN India in September 2017. And Lifetime Achievement Award by FOXY in January 2020. She was the delegate. Can you wait? So here I present Dr. Usha Saraya. Saraya, madam, please.
To me? Yeah. Can you hear me, all of you?
Yeah.
So thank you very much, Nalini. You need not have given such a big introduction. Everyone here knows me. In fact, we have all grown up together, I can say, in this organization, and we've all seen each other's work. And I'm always happy to be here and to participate in your activities. When Dr. Alsi talked to me about this program, I was very happy. I was in fact elated that she had actually conceptualized this beautiful program and decided to go ahead with it. And I told her at that time that it's very, very laudable and a very noble idea, and we must do it, and we must do it well. So as things unfolded, this program, I realized, was a program to appreciate the contribution of certain individuals who have done very outstanding work for the subject and for the society. And not many people are aware of their work, and it is very, very important that more people should know about this valuable work. So there are two words I have used: appreciation and valuable. So let me just explain and share my thoughts about these two things. One is appreciation. We always appreciate people. We always say thank you. Whenever we meet also, we appreciate that they are doing the work. That's at an individual level, but that remains at a personal level. Here we are doing it as a group. We are doing it as a very old organization of women doctors, which gives it a lot more credit. And we have invited so many guests and the relatives also of people who are going to be given this award, which makes it so much more prestigious and personal and something which is done from the heart. And the reason for doing it on a big scale is that more people will come to know. And secondly, it will be inspiring and motivating for others. They will realize that even with your routine work, you can still do your little bit, which is noble and laudable, and people would appreciate it. And of course, we hope that the younger generation will benefit from this experience and they will be motivated also. Next, I come to the valuable. Now, what is valuable? Today, everything is questioned. There are many descriptions of what is valuable, but I'm not talking of that, those contradictions. I'm talking of the eternal values. And already Dr. Alsi has spoken of these eternal values, and that is to give selfless service, to work for the betterment of society and community, and to do all this without expecting any financial gain from such activities, and year in and year after teach and do research, which means giving time, effort, and your own ideas and your own intellectual property, sharing this with your colleagues and producing scientific material. I think these are very, very valuable traits which we must recognize, we must learn to appreciate, and these are the values we teach our children and our grandchildren, that these are the values you must believe in. So all the best for this very big program, and in award, we are not only honoring them, we are honoring these values. That is very important, that the credit goes to the values which these people have imbibed and given so much work. So I wish to thank all those who are presenting today, who have studied the subject and who are going to make us relive the experience of these awardees, and all the chairpersons of all our branches, all our senior members of this association who have found time to come and make a success of this program. So to just end, I would like to introduce this new concept which has just been introduced, and that is the future of the past. And you might wonder, what am I saying, future of the past? Why do we study the past? Why do we read about the past? Because the experience of the past will help us to shape the future. If you don't know what has happened before and what are the good things of the past, how will you plan for the future? So let us hope that this program has a future too, and many more such programs will be held, and many more people will participate and know what good work our ladies have been doing for the betterment of India. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to share my thoughts. It's always a privilege to be here, and I'm wishing this program success and all the best to the speakers, and of course to the awardees, a very, very special thank you. Thank you,
Thank
Yami.
you. Yeah. Thank you, madam. Hearing you is a sheer pleasure. And thanks for your blessings, encouragement, and guidance. We always look forward to you for your blessings and guidance. Thank you so much. Now I invite chairpersons for further proceedings. Amit, can you show the first slide? Dr. Mrudul Sande.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I invite chairpersons, the first one is Dr. Mrudul Sande, always smiling and a good friend of mine. Dr. Mrudul Sande, she is president of AMWN Nagpur. She is practicing gynecologist and colposcopist and is running cervical cancer screening center, Nagpur Colposcopy Center. Welcome, Dr. Mrudul. Next one. The next chairperson is Dr. Geeta Balsarkar, the young, talented, dashing. She is professor of GS Medical College and Nauroji Wadia Maternity Hospital. He is Clinical Secretary MOX, Vice President Menopause Society Mumbai, President AMWI Mumbai, and Associate Editor of Foxy. Welcome, Dr. Geeta. And our next chairperson is Dr. Baijayanti Bor. She is Head and Professor of Community Medicine, Midnapur Medical College, West Bengal. She is in teaching and government service. She is actively involved in so many organizations. And recently she has done a certificate course in community mental health. And she writes poems, stories, and drawings, a multifaceted personality. So welcome all the chairpersons. And now I hand over the proceedings to these chairpersons. Over to chairpersons. We acknowledge the presence of Dr. Lakshmi Srikande. Thank you. Amin? Over to chairpersons.
So,
The chairpersons, they can unmute them. Yeah.
Dr. Sindhu Bhute, ma'am,
Dr.
should I
Mrudul
share
sir.
your slides?
No, first of, yeah, Dr. Bhute's slide you can show.
Yeah,
and somebody
I can
from
show.
the chairperson will. And some chairperson will
Okay.
talk about her.
Introduction of
Is Mrudul there? Is she
Doctor-
going to introduce the speaker, first speaker? Okay, otherwise
Yeah.
I will introduce. Yeah.
Dr. Mrudul? Okay, okay.
Can I have biodata of Dr. Sindhu Bhute, please?
Amit?
Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah, this is the.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Yes,
Yes, ma'am, we can hear you
I'm
clearly.
honestly, okay. Good afternoon. I'm honestly honored to chair such an outstanding and out-of-the-box webinar, Unsung Stars. My sincere thanks and hearty congratulations to President AMWI, Dr. Yamini Alsi, Honorary Secretary Nalini Kurve, and the team. Friends, without wasting time, let us start the session with the first speaker, Dr. Sindhu Bhute, who would be introducing us to the mammoth work done by late Dr. V.D. Shastrikar. Here I would like to introduce you to Dr. Sindhu Bhute. Amit, could you please share the biodata of Dr. Bhute?
sharing.
Yeah, Dr. Biodata is on the screen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't see. Anyway, she has an experience of about half a century in rural health programs. And she has been doing endoscopic surgery since 1981. And she has performed 10,000 laparoscopic tubal ligations. She's a recipient of many national awards in family welfare programs. And she has received a national award for Best Hospital Administrator. She is undergraduate and postgraduate guide. She's life member of many organizations. Dr. Sindhu Bhute has presented many papers in national and international conferences. Presently, she is working as Professor Emeritus, JNMC Savange, Wardha, Maharashtra. So here I present to you Dr. Sindhu Bhute, who would introduce us to late Dr. V.D. Shastrakar. Thank you.
Ma'am, I have shared your slides. You let me
Okay.
know accordingly.
Okay. Am I visible? My slides are visible. My screen is visible.
Yes, 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 yes,
Okay.
yes,
Should I start?
Yes.
yes, 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 madam. Yes.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks, Murudul, for your kind words of introduction. Friends, high regards to the organizers of this program, especially Dr. Yamini Alsi and Dr. Nalini Purve. I would like to thank both of them for this opportunity. I'm also delighted with the speech of Dr. Saraiya. I must mention that here, over here. Next slide. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. It gives me an immense pleasure to talk about my Guru, a magnificent personality, a gem of a woman, popular teacher and guide, strict administrator and innovative surgeon, Dr. Venutai Shastrakar. She was born, next slide please. She was born into a middle class family of Chandrapur, Maharashtra on 10th December 1925. After completing her school at Chandrapur, she got admission in Nagpur's Robertson Medical School, which is now known as Mayo Hospital, and that was in 1947 for a diploma course in medicine. Next slide, please. She started.
Slide.
She started her MBBS course at Government Medical College, Nagpur, as soon as it was established. She was in the first batch of MBBS at Government Medical College, Nagpur. After UG, she did her post-graduation in gynecology from the same institute. Later, she served the Maharashtra government as professor and head of the department at Government Medical College and at Aurangabad also for 3 years in between. She retired from government service in 1983. Next. 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 As a constructive thinker, she believed in the institution of work is worship. She spent most of her time in college library. Her dedication towards the patient care was remarkable. Being a disciplined person, she expected her students and staff to reciprocate the same discipline with regards to the patient care. Her professional interests were mainly in vesicovaginal fistula repair and surgery for carcinoma cervix. She has performed more than 1,000 cases, VVF repair cases. Next. Next. In those days, she was the only gynecologist in central India to have successfully performed VVF surgeries. Dr. Shastrakar, being an expert in treating genitourinary, previous slide only, you just keep, you can keep previous slide. Amit, Yes. Don't change the slide unless I tell you. Okay. In those days, she was the only gynecologist in central India who has successfully performed VVF surgeries. Dr. Shastrakar, being an expert in treating genitourinary fistulas, Dr. P.K. Devi, her teacher, had handed over all her fistula cases overnight to Dr. Shastrakar's unit for her expertise. Dr. Asha Deshpande had mentioned this in P.K. Devi's book. You can see Dr. Asha Deshpande. Next, I think next slide. Yes, this slide only. You can see Dr. Deshpande, madam, on left side of Shastrakar, madam, in this slide. Next slide, please.
Next slide.
Next slide. She had post-caesarean fistula cases from Mumbai also, and most of the cases were from tribal and rural areas where the obstetric care was not available, and the patients used to land in either prolonged labor, obstructed labor, or ruptured uterus. And this trauma, obstetric trauma, was predominant cause, which used to result in pressure necrosis of bladder and ultimately VVF. These patients usually came from remote rural areas and suffered miserably. Still, they were neglected by their families. And after admitting them, sometimes the relatives, they never used to pay their attention and even avoided visiting the hospital. In such situation, madam used to support them physically, morally, psychologically, emotionally, and sometimes even financially also. But she was never after her publicity. Madam used to repair these fistulas with bulbocavernosus graft. Next slide, please. Here there is a diagrammatic representation of Marsh's bulbocavernosus interposition operation. She used to perform these particular surgeries while repairing the fistulas, mid-vaginal fistulas. Academically, she was, next slide please. Next slide. Academically, she was very well versed. She had published about 16 to 18 papers on different topics, but 2 of them were on VVF. These articles were published in Indian Journal of Obstetrics and Gynae, India, and the names of these 2 articles are Urinary Fistulas, Marsh's bulbocavernosus interposition operation, and the name of the second article was Urinary Fistulas in Women with special reference to their repair. In the first article, she has published the study of 260 cases of VVF over a period of 5 years. For unknown reason, she was somewhat reluctant to publish her work, VVF work, after 1968. She used to perform a very interesting surgery for carcinoma cervix, Subodh Mitra's modification of Shorta's surgery, in which the hysterectomy was done vaginally and lymph node dissection was done abdominally. She was, next slide please. Next slide. She was also the president of Nagpur Obstetric Gynec Society for 2 terms during 1968 and 1969. Such a magnificent personality and innovative surgeon, we lost her on 3rd November 1983. Her story reminds me of quote, "What is the story of a hidden daisy among the roses and the stars which break at the dawn?" This is What I was knowing about her, I tried to elaborate it in details. Thank you very much. Last slide.
Chairpersons, over to chairperson. Dr. Brudul is there? Brudul or Dr.
Geeta.
Geeta?
Yeah, so that
Yeah,
was
yeah.
that was our first hero that we have spoken about, Dr. Shastrakar. I'm sure many of our students and the others will remember her for many years to come. Can we move to the next speaker? Can I have Dr. Sarita Balarao's biodata, please? Dr. Sarita Valerao actually needs no introduction to this particular audience. She's an obstetrician and gynecologist to Breach Candy, Reliance, Saifi, Bhatia and Wadia Maternity Hospital. She's the vice president of the Mumbai Obs Gynac Society 2021, and she was a joint secretary of the FOXY in the year 2017, immediate past president of AMWI Mumbai branch. She was a quiz committee chairperson of FOXY, and she was a past chapter secretary of the Indian Menopause Society Mumbai chapter, and she is a member of the governing council of ICOG, and she's a chairperson of AICC RCOG West Zone. Sarita, can we have you introduce our next hero, Dr. Maya Lulla? Dr. Sarita? Amit, can we have Dr. Maya Lulla?
Yeah, now can you hear me? Yeah, I've
Yes, we
unmuted
can-
myself. Can you hear
yeah.
me?
Yes, yes, we can hear.
Yeah. So, thank you very much, Dr. Alsi and Dr. Geeta Balsarkar, for this opportunity to speak. And I'm really very happy to speak about Dr. Maya Lulla. Can I have the slides, please, Dr. Borse? I can't see the slides.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm traveling
Yes,
in the
yes,
car.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes.
And my video is,
Yeah.
yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah. So I was very, very fortunate to know Dr. Maya Lulla, and I've sort of grown up with the cytology clinic and with Dr. Maya Lulla and many of the other people. And really, I speak about her with great respect and with a lot of love and affection. Can I have the next slide, please?
Yes, ma'am. A minute. A minute.
Yeah, yeah. I think you'll have to change. Yeah. Dr. Maya Lulla was born on the 20th of August in 1944, and we lost her very sadly on the 19th of February this year, 2020. She was very close to our hearts, and we pray that her soul rests in peace. Our thoughts and prayers are with her forever. Can I have the next slide, please? Next slide, please. Her field of interest was preventive oncology. She was interested in the early detection of cervical cancer and precancerous lesions. She worked very, very hard, and she began with the cytology clinic. She also worked with different organizations. I remember that Indian Academy of Cytologists she was very active with. She also did a couple of years as with Mumbai Obstetric Gynac Society, and everywhere she used to hold workshops and speak about cervical cancer prevention. She did a lot of lectures for people and for society, and she was a certified trainer for colposcopy by the IARC and the IFCPC. She presented scientific papers at various conferences, had many publications, and wrote chapters on colposcopy. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Ramik, जरा 2 मिनट लेफ्ट पे रुको because ये बात करते वो गेट में मत ले. Dr. Maya Lulla has been a part of cytology clinic since its inception in 1974. This is a lovely picture which you can see with Shweta, Nidhi, Dr. Usha Saraya, and this was when Dr. Bhagya Lakshmi had come. You can see Dr. Bhagya Lakshmi and Dr. Maya Lulla is sitting next to her. She's been a part of the cytology clinic, and she quotes that cervical dysplasia, HPV infection, colposcopy and the management of CIN has evolved along with progress in the cytology clinic over the years. And she used to first stay in Bandra, then she moved to Andheri. But I remember she would never miss Tuesdays. She would travel all the way from Andheri and she would be there and spend the afternoon many, many times. To visit there and to have lunch on Tuesdays or Thursdays, and we would all be together. Next slide, please. Amit, are you changing this? Yeah. So this was the Foxy recognized annual colposcopy training program, which she was for many years a part of. And you can see Dr. Mali there with Dr. We have seen these programs, how the programs were, and how the participation increased over the years, and all the students were really very happy with this program. Next slide, please. Yeah, I think we finished this slide. Yeah. Amit, I think somebody is saying they can't see this problem.
Sorry, what they can't?
Hello?
Yeah.
They're saying they can't see the screen, and now I can't see your screen.
No, he has
we
stopped
can see you.
share.
We can
Yeah.
see you and have stopped sharing. Slides have done.
No, there were one or two slides more. I think that's some problem. But anyway, what I'd like to say is that she was a great family person. She was very, very close to her mother and looked after her mother till the last day. She was very fond of her niece and nephew, and she would speak about them very fondly. And I really felt that she was part of our family as AMWI. And I had a nice last slide, which somehow, I don't know, it didn't go through maybe in the PowerPoint, but it had a little cartoon which said that it's not how far you go or what you get in the end, it's the journey and the friends you make, and that's what makes a difference to your life. So I really thank everybody for this, and I'm very, very thankful to be part of the AMWI family and to have met people such as Dr. Maya Lunda. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarita. I remember after the last Cyto course in December, I was the one who ferried her home, and probably that was the last time I saw Dr. Maya Lulla when I dropped her home after the the Hotel Westin. After the program in the Hotel Westin, I was the one who dropped her home on that day. And in December, in the first week of December, and probably that was the last time I saw of Dr. Maya Lulla, but her contribution to the Cyto Clinic is tremendous, and AMWI Mumbai branch will forever be indebted to her for the growth of the Cyto Clinic and the time and energy she gave for its growth. Thank you. Can we ask the next chairperson?
I think Dr. Kamal Hazari also wanted me to mention that she was part of the NIRRH research projects on colposcopy and microbicide agents. So I had put that also in the slide, but somehow it didn't come through.
Okay. Thank you. Can we, the next chairperson is there?
Chairperson, Dr. Baijayanti. Okay.
At the outset, my heartfelt thanks goes to the organizer of the 2 days program for giving me the chance as chairperson. I am introducing the presenter, Dr. Bulbul Rai Chaudhuri, who done his MD Gynecology and Obstetrics, DGO, FICOG, consultant gynecologist and obstetrician. She retired from Steel Authority of India. She was the past president AMWI West Bengal. She is very sincere and enthusiastic personality, and she is a managing committee member of Bengal Obstetric and Gynecological Society and organizing chairperson of the AMWI IA Central Association and Central Asia International Conference. Welcome, Bulbuldi.
Baijayanti, I would like to add, Bulbul Rai Chaudhary is also vice president of MWI at present.
Thank you, Dr. Baijayanti, for your kind words, and good afternoon and welcome to everybody. Now there is Bija, greetings to you everybody. So I am just going to tell about a person. Just a minute. কি বললি হাজার ঘন্টা জিনিস তোলা কোথায় গেল ওই কোথায় কোথায় হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ ঠিক আছে can you see the slides hello
Ma'am, no, ma'am, no, no.
No, 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 we can't
why
see. No slides. See. Only your start sharing. Start sharing screen.
ah
Yeah, yeah.
can you see now
No, ma'am, let
No
me share.
slides.
Let me
Yeah, yeah.
share. These are for Dr. Mukherjee, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Chaitali Mukherjee. Yeah.
Yes.
can you see
I have shared my screen, ma'am. You can look at the
then
Yeah,
you
screen
can
and
share
tell
from
me to
your
change
screen
the screen. It takes a minute or two, a second or two to change. Please, you can go ahead, ma'am.
acha
Now we can see. Now we can see. It is visible now.
Yeah, it is visible to
Yeah,
everyone
yeah,
from my screen.
yeah.
Yeah. Madam, you can
No,
start
I
now.
can't-
Yeah,
I
you
can't
can
see your slide.
you can start from the screen, madam.
Acha.
Amit is changing. Dr. Amit will change for you the slides.
Acha.
Yeah. So this is the first slide she is
Yes.
showing.
So I am going to speak about Dr. Chaitali Mukherjee, one of our very old life member of AMWA West Bengal. She is a dedicated worker of voluntary medical services. She is rendering voluntary medical services to the grassroots rebels in the outskirts of the West Bengal, particularly in the tribal area. So I am giving a little bit sketch of her life. Next. Next. Next slide, please. So she was more than 30 years of active voluntary social service. She's self-motivated, strong-willed, and runs her ventures almost single-handedly. Next. Next. She had her inspiration from the childhood, emotionally bonded with the tribals, received hands-on experience, and witnessed rural suffering since childhood, as she was raised in the remote village of Bakura. That's a remote area in West Bengal, and had a wish to serve the tribals. Next. Next slide, please.
Ma'am, it
Next
takes a
slide.
time lag of a second or two. I have put the second slide, please.
First in at the service, the final stages of our MBBS studies also coincided with the 1971 Bangladesh Liberation War. She volunteered to serve in the refugee camps in the border districts and received huge exposure in working alongside Salvation Army in temporary hospitals, tents, and mobile medical units. You can see a picture. Next. Next. Here are the few pictures, very old pictures of that refugee camp of the Salvation Army in 1971. Next. She was a good dancer but sacrificed this passion for sake of voluntary service. Next. She continued these voluntary services since she passed MBBS off and on wherever she was posted. Now that she started in a regular way from 1987, she started visiting villages with free medicines and clothes, realized their problems are more socio-economic and free distribution was not remedy, envisaged a robust solution and continued visits and free distributions till date. You can see a picture of that village. Next. Served as part of AMWA West Bengal's team of doctors that regularly caters to downtrodden women and children, continues as life member since 1981. Attended AMWI's Cancer in Women Organs Conference in Seoul in 1989 as executive member of the AMWA West Bengal. In 1991, arranged a cancer detection camp in the slums of Barakpur in West Bengal that received a huge attention. She continued cancer detection camps till now. Here are the pictures of that conference. She was dancing, but it's a very old picture. Next. Next. Impressed by the Ramakrishna Mission's outreach capabilities and their rural specific programs, she associated herself with Ramakrishna Mission with programs of Belur Math since 1993, joined Vivekananda Shastha Seva Sangha, a voluntary organization working with Ramakrishna Mission. Next. Till 2006, she continued with this Vivekananda Shastha Seva Sangha through health awareness camps and serving rural belts of Hooghly, Howrah, South 24 Parganas and Midnapur districts of West Bengal. Inspired and with support of the monks of Ramakrishna Mission, started operating programs in the tribal villages of Bankura. Next. She founded Nivedita Anusharani, a voluntary organization for urban and rural development, teaming up with the like-minded doctors and volunteers since 1998. Next. Nivedita Anusharani gave her independent platform to serve aggressively, teamed up with and continued these associations with AMWI and multiple wings of Ramakrishna Mission in order to maximize the areas of service. In 1998 to 99, she was awarded Professor Anjali Chatterjee Memorial Award of AMW West Bengal for rendering outstanding voluntary medical services. Next. New villages are penetrated through free distribution of clothes, awareness camps, followed up by curative medical camps with free medicines and treatments. At the next level, more camps on health and hygiene and low-cost nutrition was prepared there. Free medical camps are continued at the next level, helping them through training and upliftment programs or connecting them with professional programs of Ramakrishna Mission. Because only free medical service will not help these people. So she had a program to uplift their lifestyle. Awareness camps were also done, health and hygiene education, including sanitization in the villages and urban slums, focused on the mother and child and adolescent girls' health. Cooking classes to prepare low-cost balanced diet were also taught there. Next. Next. Here are some pictures of the awareness camps. You can see this cancer awareness, school students. Next. Curative camps and medical camps, including dental, are organized once every month. Eye camps with distribution of spectacles are done with help of the One Trust. Next. Next. So here are the snaps of the curative camps along with Sharoda Math, along with Ramakrishna Mission. You see there are camps going on, medical camps. Next. Organized once a year cancer detection camps in association with AMW West Bengal and mostly funded by Hindalco with pap smears. Next. Here are the cancer detection camps, some pictures there in some different areas of West Bengal. Next. Eye screening camps are conducted every year with extensive support from the Mumra Jayatri Trust. Eye well surgeries are also conducted for free of cost at the Lions Hospital of the Howrah and Asansol, and spectacles are also given free. Next. See, these are pictures of the eye camps after eye well surgery. These patients, you are seeing the patients. Next. Impromptu services, not she is ever ready for impromptu services. She was amongst the first to reach Sundarbans along with Ramakrishna Mission when Cyclone Ayla devastated the outskirts of Kolkata in 2009. Also served flood-affected areas of Shingur and Ranaghat in 2000. She also keeps organizing impromptu teams to serve various disasters. Next. Next. Here are some pictures you see in the Isla devastated area. Then upliftment programs, tailoring classes and goat rearing trainings are conducted every year since 2016. Mobile repairing and mushroom cultivation and various other vocational trainings are arranged to uplift their socio-economic condition. Next. Next. See the upliftment programs with the tailoring classes, distributing sewing machines, and with the goat rearing and other classes. Next. Retreats and recreations, all work and no play does not help the volunteers. In order to keep the team entertained, motivated and united, several retreats and recreations are organized throughout the year. This also provides a grander stage for the students and the tribals of the area. Next. Here are some recreational programs she is just making in the rural areas. Next. Next. Other activities, running an independent dispensary at Joyrambati, the birthplace of Sri Sharodama, with permission from Ramakrishna Mission. Coaching classes for school dropouts in Shaltora, Bakura, that is a tribal area, currently managed and run completely by the tribal community. She has blanket distribution every winter to needy people, family planning awareness to married women and unmarried girls of the age of 18 to 21 is also carried out by her. Next. You can see the running coaching classes, distributing clothes and blankets, and so many other activities of her. Next. She is now 70 years of age, but remains self-motivated and energetic, continuing to make 2 visits and camps per year to remote villages of Makura, that is a tribal area, amongst other activities. What started as a childhood dream, a youthful passion, finally realized in her adult life. Next. You can see her beside a paddy field. She is a lady with a strong passion for voluntary medical services, which she is doing almost single-handedly without getting any government or other recognition, working in remote tribal villages and other underprivileged areas and continuing till date at the age of more than 70 years. We hope she get a good health and continue her services for more years. Thank you all.
Thank you, Bulbul Di. Thank you, Choitali Di. Choitali Di is a very great personality, very dedicated personality to serve the unserved population of her own capacity and with the different NGOs like Ramakrishna Mission, Nivedita Anushari. Thank you all. It is a great opportunity to present.
Thank you, Dr. Bulbul. Am I audible?
Yes,
Hello?
yes,
Am I audible?
yes,
Hello?
you are
Yeah.
audible.
Thank you, Dr. Bulbul. Now
Thank
we
you.
move on to the 4th star, late Dr. Kamlatai Joshi. And the presenter is Dr. Chaya Chaurasia, who has worked with Dr. Kamlatai Joshi. Just a brief introduction of Dr. Chaya Chaurasia. She is an alumnus of Nagpur University and she was Chief Medical Officer at Matru Seva Sangh. She is there since 1980. She is Director of Nagpur Test Tube Baby Center. She actively participates in RCH and family planning activities. Dr. Chaya Chaurasia has been rewarded from Maharashtra government for family planning work. She is a fellow guide for CS Don ICMCH College for postgraduates. Dr. Chaya Chaurasia is a recipient of Sanman Patra at the hands of Shri Manohar Joshi for work done in MCH. She is a proud recipient of Anandibai Gopal Puraskar from Government of Maharashtra and Lifetime Achievement Award from NARCHI in 2018. So here I present to you Dr. Chaya Chaurasia, who would be introducing us to the work of late Dr. Kamlatai Joshi. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the kind words. Am I audible to everyone?
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Amit,
Yes,
I will
yes.
move my slides, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, Amit, I shall
Yes,
move my
ma'am.
own slides.
Yes, ma'am.
Right.
Yes, ma'am. Great.
Uh,
Thank you.
I thank the organizers. I thank Yamini and I thank Nalini for giving me this opportunity. Means I am to tell you about late Dr. Kamlatai Joshi, who is being seen on the screen. Dear friends, namaste. Most of you may be knowing Dr. Kamlatai Joshi, but there may be a few who do not know about her. She was a great person, a very good doctor, and a good social worker. Kamlatai Joshi was born on 5th of January 1918. She was one of the 5 brothers and 5 sisters, and she was the only one to become a doctor in that family. She did her LCPS and then MBBS from Robertson Medical School. This is after the MBBS degree, her photograph is seen. She was married to Dr. K.G. Joshi, who is the director in the Department of Agriculture. They have 2 daughters. One is Dr. Arundhati Vinod, who lives in America. She has got this grain and she is Dr. The other one is Rajni Pati. She resides in Pune. Both are doctors, both are gynecologists. This is Dr. Joshi in the young age, and then a little later, the couple is seen. Is there any problem? No, no, Amit? I can go.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. There's some disturbance from somebody. You please continue. I'll unmute them.
I am hearing those noises.
Yeah,
Okay, I'll go ahead. Huh? I'll go ahead.
Yes, Hana?
This is the family. Dr. K.G. Joshi, Madam Joshi, Arundhati, and Rajni. Dr. Kamlatai Joshi, after her MBBS, started a nursing home in Sitabardi. The name of that nursing home was Sumata Sutika Sadan. That was in 1956. And then later in 1959, she shifted to Dharampet, that is the Dhanvantri nursing home. She took care of ANC patients and maternity cases. She served Matru Seva Sangh Bardi and Matru Seva Sangh Mahal also. Both are charitable trust hospitals. She was very good counselor and a very good surgeon. She delivered many patients by forceps. She used to do cesarean also very well and very fast. She at that time also she used to motivate her patients for a small family. She never wanted that any family should have a third child. This is the picture of Bardi Matu Seva Sangh. This was the first Matu Seva Sangh which was there in 1921. Later came the Matu Seva Sangh Mahal. This is the front picture of Matu Seva Sangh Mahal where Dr. Joshi worked. Due to road widening, everything was demolished, and therefore now we have a new building, the one which is seen ahead. Dr. Joshi was a good academician also. She always used to very punctually attend all clinical meetings which were held at Government Medical College. Now here she was a president of NOGS in the year 1966 and 1967. Here she is there to install Dr. Yamini Alsi for the president's post in 2001 to 2002. The chief guest is Dr. Adi Dastur. These are friends of Dr. Joshi and colleagues. On the white sari is Dr. Joshi, left to her Dr. Torne, then Dr. Shastraka, Dr. Pramil Asolkar, Dr. Tamaskar, Dr. Mrs. Subidar, Yamini Alsi, Dr. Deshpande, Dr. Bhivapurkar, Dr. Kolwatkar, Dr. Meena Deshmukh, Dr. Vaikar, Ragini, and a few others. Nehruji had come to Nagpur and then he wanted to visit Bardi Matu Seva Sangh. And when he came, Dr. Joshi took him round to the hospital premises. At the Golden Jubilee of Matu Seva Sangh Bardi, Srimati Indira Gandhi was the chief guest, and she is being taken around the hospital to see the premises. Dr. Joshi joined Matru Seva Sangh Mahal as a medical superintendent in 1943. She spent whole her of her life in the progress of the institution. A few to mention, I would tell you that Matru Seva Sangh, first she got 80 bedded sanctioned hospital. Then next was that she got sanctioned for CGHS patients. She here started a A&M course for which was recognized by the Maharashtra Nursing Council. With this, we had lot of sisters. We never had dearth of nursing staff. Then she was not satisfied with all this work. She called for Urban Family Welfare Center, has started in 1980, and 10 sanctioned tubectomy beds. It was here when I entered, and I have had a long association with her. She also started a premature baby unit. These are two pictures. One of them is she was very happy in having small celebrations. So this is which shows that on 1st of January 2000, the babies who were born, she's just giving small token gifts to them. The second picture is that Kamala Tai is sitting, and KG Joshi is also there with the hospitals, with the office staff. Mrs. Shivsagar is the president then, and Kamala Tai Joshi inaugurated the computer which was brought in. As demanded by the medical officer, we had lot many demands. It was me only who used to demand so many things. She was must be wondering how everyone did when they didn't have all these things. But I only felt safe when she got everything, and that is why for last 40 years I'm still there. I'm the chief medical officer, still working at Matru Seva Sangh. First thing I asked for a machine. Matru Seva is not rich, so but she got it for me through a couple, Mr. and Mrs. Desai, and I felt very happy, a little safe in the OT. The second thing, I said, Madam, we need a USG machine, and because she got that also funded by in 1990, funded by Maharashtra Foundation of America through her doctor, Dr. Arundhati Vinod. Thank you, Arundhati. Then she gave us laparoscopy instruments. She wanted me to do tubal ligations. She also wanted me to help infertility patients by doing diagnostic tests. And in Mahal, there's very often there would be load shedding, or without any notice, the lights would just go, and we are stuck in the middle of the operation. We were not comfortable doing all these things. And there we pleaded that we get a generator. For that, she bought a small generator, which we had for the OT and the labor room. There was only one telephone landline that was in the office. And every time we had to open the office, go there, find keys, and then operate whenever we needed an anesthetist or whenever we wanted a surgeon. So I said, Madam, please get a telephone landline for the hospital complex. And she thought it was very genuine, and she did it. Then it was very difficult to move about at nights when there is call. How am I to go? So we asked for a vehicle and an ambulance, and we got that too. And thus working became very easy, more comfortable. And she realized that the number of patients are coming more than what it was previously. Dr. KG Joshi, her husband, was an advisor to Matru Seva Sangh Mahal. Because of him, the clerical staff was trained. He taught them many things. And then he wrote letters to the government. All the letters were drafted by him, for which we got sanctions. That like Urban Family Welfare Center, and also for the A&M training course. He also brought in computers. Very few MTP centers in the private. Then what she did was she used to make them sit, counsel, and some she gave education. For some, she gave small jobs. For some, she set up business and also financing them to start a new life. Many children from villages was Dr. Kaka Doshi used to go to many villages to see farms and things because he was an agriculturist. And so he found there were few boys and girls who are very intelligent, but they don't have any avenues for studies. They used to bring them to their house, get them admitted according to their capability. They were the local guardians. They used to keep them in their house. They used to feed them. They used to see to their health and thus help them. They all, Dr. Joshi also has given many donations to various institutions. She retired at the age of 82. One of the contributions is that there is a gold medal for the topper in MD obstetric and gynae in her name in Nagpur University. There is also Kamlatai Joshi oration in Nano GS. Very sadly, he passed away at the age of 85 in 2003 at Pune. She is no more seen around, but at all functions, we all remember her because she's always alive in our hearts. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chaya,
Yes.
for wonderful introduction of late Dr. Kamla Joshi. Mammoth work.
Hello. So can we move on to the next hero? To introduce the next unsung hero, I invite Dr. Kamal Hazari. Mrudul. I invite the next speaker, Dr. Kamal Hazari, who has done her MD, DGO, DFP and ICOG from the Grand Medical College in Mumbai University. She had a promising career in the IRR, now known as the NIRRH, and she was an ICMR as scientist in the clinical division. She has done research for 33 years of service, including multicentric and collaborative national and international clinical trials, newer contraceptive spacing and permanent methods, phase 1 to 4, chemical sterilization, testing microbicides, introduced into National Family Planning Program. She has done studies in sexual and reproductive health, both in urban and rural population, on reproductive tract infections, and a lot of other studies. She's trained in cervical cytology and colposcopy at our very own Kama and Albus Hospital, and she has been awarded fellowship at the Family Health International USA. She's a part of the ethics committee of the NIRRH, TISS, KEM, GSMC, and many other institutions. She is also the joint secretary of the AMWI Mumbai branch. May I invite Dr. Kamal Hazari to introduce our next unsung hero. Dr. Kamal.
Dr. Kamal Hazari, ma'am, you are a co-host. You can unmute yourselves. Please unmute yourself. Hello, Dr. Kamal Hazari, ma'am, you are a co-host. You can unmute yourself.
She's there?
Yes, she is there. She is not unmuting now. She just got out of her chair. So.
Okay, do you have the presentation of the Dr. Gitanjali Amin?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Dr. Kamal Hazari? Okay, can I start with introducing the next hero, who is Dr. Gitanjali Amin? She is a member of our AMWI Mumbai branch and a very active member that too. Dr. Kamal, she is a practicing obstetrician and gynecologist at Mumbai, honorary colposcopist to the cytology clinic of AMWI at the, yeah, Kamal?
Yeah, just give me a minute. I don't know what's happening.
Okay, the screen is showing Dr. Gitanjali Amin's slides. Can you read it?
Hello? And now am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay, can we go back to the first slide, please? Because I would like to
Done, ma'am.
talk about her. First of all, let me thank the organizers, Nalini Kurve, Dr. Nalini, Dr. Yamini, and of course, Dr. Usha Saraya, who is the head of all these activities that we are doing. So thank you very much, all of you. And welcome, dear friends and colleagues, to this felicitation of our unsung stars, in whose honor we have this virtual meeting, something quite different, you know. Here you see our dear Dr. Gitanjali Amin, who many of you have seen in person at the cytology programs and at Kama hospitals. We can move to the next slide, please. Next slide, please. She is associated with the cytology clinic since 13 years. A very young lady, I think the youngest in this today's meet. So can we go to the next slide, please? She has been working here for 13 years under the guidance with Dr. Usha Saraya and other stalwarts. Also, you have heard about Dr. Maya Lulla. So she is part of the pillars of the cytology clinic at Kama Hospital. She's there every Tuesday without fail. She comes from another distant place called Kanjurmarg, and she's never late for her session. She never misses on that, and that is her dedication, her sincerity, and caring attitude for the women. She's a practicing obstetrician gynecologist, honorary colposcopic at the cytology clinic at Kama and Albles hospitals in Mumbai, which is again at a far distance coming to what was previously called Victoria Terminus. It's right at the other end, you know, you may see. And this Vasantha Memorial Cancer Trust at Vikhroli in Mumbai. Is there any problem with the projection?
Kamal,
Dr.
can you just speak a little louder? We can't hear you properly.
Yeah, let me just see. I don't know. I have to speak a little louder. So let me see. I'll try to do that. Dr. Amin Gitanjali trained and worked in preventive oncology department of the Tata Memorial Hospital, the prestigious one at Parel. Dr. Yamini, is it better now?
Yes, yes, we can hear you.
Okay. And Mumbai and Cervical Cancer Screening Group of the WHO and IARC. She is also with the FOXY, and she's a WHO certified master trainer for colposcopy and treatment with cryotherapy and lead techniques. Can we move to the next slide? In the meanwhile, I can just say that she does a lot of human resource development at the Kama Hospital, training the cytotechnicians, nurses, doctors, paramedical personnel, I would say, for pap smear technique, looking at slides, interpretation of visual screening test VIA, and I'll share with you that she has been associated with the Family Planning Association of India Mumbai branch at Tilak Nagar, somewhere near Ghatkopar in Bombay. And she goes there to see the women who have been initially screened by the medical officer, trained by her. And so it's like, you know, human resource development. She's very caring to the women because many of these are from the underserved society in the nearby slums. Next one, please, slide. At the Kama Hospital Clinic, she is very particular about maintaining the records. We'll come to this one later. In the meanwhile, I'll just tell you that she is very particular about maintaining the records of all the women who come to the clinic, keeping their reports and following them up so that they are not sort of neglected. And what she does is that She has this routine register. Of course, she has assistance from other staff. And in that register, they keep a good follow-up of all the women. With Dr. Saraya has made that sort of a template where if we follow it up, we can never go wrong. And what Dr. Geetanjali does is keeps the monthly records, and every year when we have the annual general body meeting, she presents all the data, and we have a good sort of insight into what work is actually going on. Now, coming to this Vasanta Memorial Trust, which is developed for early cancer detection at Vikhroli, and she trains the volunteers to assist in camps and attend the cancer screening programs. It mainly aims to detect and support streamlining the treatment both by financial and other needs of cancer patients. It is not only the clinical and the medical aspect. A lot of it goes into getting them into the treatment, sometimes financial, as was mentioned by some of the previous speakers. Women need all this, and many of them are from the underprivileged where they do not have all this family support. So this is a very sort of, I would say, very commendable work that Dr. Geetanjali is doing. The next one, please. Next slide, if we can go on. Dr. Geetanjali has done a lot of work, and could mention one thing, that she also got the Golden Jubilee Award of for her work, which she presented at the AMWI. And for this, she has taken the topic. Please, can we go to the next slide, because I have some data there. It is health for future generations through community-based awareness and cancer detection camps for women. A lot of it, even from my own personal experience with FPI and other places, women are not aware. So just see this title, community-based awareness. Women are not aware that they need to go for these examinations, and she has brought it out to them, got them to understand this, and her paper was awarded the Golden Jubilee Award. Is that the last one? Then I can just conclude with a couple of sentences. With so much good work that she has been doing, and I would just wish that she would continue, she would be able to continue to serve women through, and I think being the youngest, she still also has a good long way to go with the association. So wish her all the best, and thank you everybody for a patient listening.
Thank you, Dr. For this Kamal, for this introduction of Dr. Geetanjali. Dr. Geetanjali is very much there, I think.
I wish we could say something.
Yeah, Geetanjali, are you there? Geetanjali? Remember,
Dr. Geetanjali Balsarkar ma'am is there.
No, we want Geetanjali Amin.
Geetanjali Amin. She is Geetanjali
Dr.
Amin.
Geetanjali Amin ma'am, you can unmute yourself and start your video. You
Hello.
are a co-host.
She is Geetanjali.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Ma'am.
Hello.
Yeah,
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, thank you very much, madam.
It's all your work.
Remember, all the work that she has done is purely voluntary towards the Kama Hospital and AMWI, and the cytology clinic is totally voluntary, and she's dedicating a lot of hours towards this and helping our patients. And in the cyto clinic of Kama Hospital, we really appreciate it, not only from AMWI Mumbai branch, but also from the central branch. Geetanjali, congratulations and keep up the good work.
Thank you very much, Geeta. Thank you, everyone.
With that, I hand over
some words.
to
Thank you, chairpersons, for managing the session so smoothly.
1 minute.
Yeah.
Nalini,
Yeah.
let Geetanjali say something. She wants
Yeah.
to say.
We'd like to have few words from Dr. Geetanjali Amin. Dr. Geetanjali?
Yeah, I would like to say something.
Yeah.
Respected seniors and all who are present in this auspicious gathering. First of all, I would like to thank you, Madam, Dr. Nalini and Dr. Alsi, Madam, and my mentors to have nominated for this great honor. And I'm really thankful to all of you to receive this honor. And And also special thanks to Madam for arranging this unique program, which I have not attended so far. Actually, I developed the interest to serve in preventive oncology after working in Barshi, the rural Maharashtrian areas, and Chiplun, where I was privileged to be the part of WHO IRC research project on cervical cancer screening. At this juncture, I would like to thank Dr. Shastri and Dr. Shankar Narayanan. Now, I sincerely thank Dr. Usha Saraya Madam, who has supported me loyally and guided me throughout to serve the womankind in the field of preventive oncology after I left TMH in 2007 till date. I would also like to thank from the bottom of my heart Mayalula Madam for her constructive suggestions which rocked the cytology clinic into higher altitudes of workforce, which will always be remembered at all times to come. Mayalula Madam was a dawn in a colposcopy field. She is a good friend of mine. We used to gel well and attend all workshops and conferences together. She was instrumental in introducing me to Family Planning Association Mumbai branch, where I could conduct many camps and training programs on VIA and pap smear for medical officers and nurses. I'm sure and pray that wherever you are, Madam, your passion towards colposcopy is unforgettable, and strongly believe that you will continue to guide us eternally in difficult times, will be our continued strength in our lives. I miss you a very lot. I have really enjoyed working in the team of Cytology Clinic AMWI family and also in Vasanta Memorial Trust, where all like and like-minded people ready to help attitude are always prevailing at all times. This is the beauty of the NGO, I should say. So to conclude, never to forget my family and friends and colleagues for supporting and encouraging me throughout my professional career to go ahead in my passion instilled into medical attributes towards serving mankind. Thank you, madam. Thank you all for
you, Dr.
Thank you, Dr. Gitanjali. And I invite Dr. Yamini Ashi to hand over the. Amit, is there the certificate ready?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Or
Yes,
Dr. Chaitali will, Dr. Chaitali Mukherjee, she will say something, and then afterwards we will hand over the certificates. Okay. Dr. Yamini Ashi will hand over the certificates. Dr. Chaitali Mukherjee is there?
It's freezed. Maybe her internet is not that strong. Now she can speak. Ma'am, please unmute yourself.
Okay.
Unmute yourself. Dr. Chaitali Mukherjee, ma'am, please unmute yourself.
Their connection.
Hello.
Hello. We can hear you now.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I'm thank you to everybody. Very nicely organized. That's all.
Thank you, Dr. Chaitali Mukherjee. And now I call upon Dr. Yamini Ashi. She will invite some speakers. Somebody want to share something or something like that. Dr. Ashi, please.
As we have heard so many presenters, they have presented the work of our unsung stars. But if somebody wants to add something, I will invite them. Please raise your hand if you want to say something, and then we will unmute you. Anybody wants to say something? Otherwise, I will talk to about Dr. Shastrakar first 2 minutes. 1 minute. That she was a great teacher, Dr. Shastrakar, and she will. During that our 70s, she was my PG guide also.
I'm there.
And that time you used to have all the tubectomy camps. Everywhere we used to go. Once in a week or twice a week we used to go for the camp. And she used to accompany us. Though she was a professor, many times she came to us for the tubectomy camps. And I wonder when we was at Hingra PSC, she taught me how to do tubectomy through vaginal route. Not the abdominal. Usually we used to do it for abdominal tubectomy, abdominal way. But she taught me in that Hingra PSC her vaginal route. how to do tubectomy. So she was always teacher. I really respect her and I missed her. Said done by her, and she was a great teacher. About Kamlabai Joshi, I would like to add, she was always the backbone of Nagpur society. Whenever we need something, any conference or anything, she will always say, "Arey, tu kashala karji karte?" होऊन जाईल. She was always encouraging all the people to go ahead with the work. She never pull over. So any financial support always there. So okay, you go ahead. We will organize. We will organize. So she was always supporting to us, Kamlabai Joshi. And her daughters are also very. I really thank Dr. Arundhati Vinod and Rajani. Arundhati has really given us so many things to us, and I thank you, Arundhati, and being here also. And also I thank Jayashree Pendharkar, who is also a nutritionist, and her niece. They have helped me a lot to get the material. I thanked Dr. Shastrakar's sister Shailaja and Kamaltai Deshmukh. She was in very when we started doing that. Kamaltai Deshmukh was always okay. I will do it for you. Don't worry, don't worry. And she collected so many things like her journals that, and she talked to so many people when she was in Aurangabad and all. And we got so much things from Dr. Shastrakar. So I thank Dr. Kamaltai Deshmukh, Shailaja Karve, Madam's sister. About Maya. I know Maya, I knew her from 1990 when I started going to Kama Hospital for as a cytology clinic. And she was very particular about all cases, record making. So everything was his. Arey, kya nahi hua? And she was very perfect in everything, presenting any paper or anything, she was always there. So when she was IAC president, we went to Goa. Mridul will be remembering because I had a nice time myself, Mridul and Maya in Goa, Panji. We moved around a lot and we enjoyed that conference also at IAC. And about Chaitali, it is really a mammoth work you are doing, madam. I never thought that one person can do so much work. But you know, this is the highlight of our unsung stars. And we know, I am sure many of us will get inspired now by your work and unsung stars. And that was the idea of mine to start this session. And I think it is a successful session. I welcome Dipti Dongaonkar. She was also with Kama. Also, she was here in Dean GMC. We had one session with her in MWA, Nagpur.
Dr. Dipti Domgaonkar want to say something. Dr. Dipti, you can unmute yourself. Yeah.
I think I'm already unmute. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Good evening, everyone. It is a great pleasure to see all my teachers and colleagues and on the screen face to face. About Shastrakar madam, that when I was undergraduate in GMC in Nagpur, she was our hostel warden. She was head of the Department of Obs and Gynae. So we have seen her person as a warden, as a mother. If something goes wrong in the hostel, she was always there. Even at the midnight hour, she used to come and help us. So I've seen her working dedicatedly for the girls' welfare also. And I see the Dr. Deshmukh madam, she was a professor here at GMC in Mumbai, where I did my post-graduation, and she was there since my post-graduation till I became an associate professor. And I also, she was our neighbor also in the building. So I've seen her personally, a very, very sincere worker and motherly person for me. And I thank you, madam, for being associated in my life. I've seen and all Dr. Maya Billah, she is no more. I never knew that she has left us. and Dr. Yamini Alsi, Dr. Iyer, Dr. Geeta Balsarkar. I have worked with all of them. It was a great pleasure. I learned cytology colposcopy from Dr. Usha Saraiya, and thank you very much, madam. And I continued my cytology colposcopy in Pune with Family Planning Association of India Pune branch, and I'm doing it. Training and experience had helped me here. And thank you all for informing me about such a webinar. And it's yeah. Okay, thank you all.
I like to thank Dr. Jamini Alsi and Nolini for arranging this such a nice webinar and with
Ma'am,
a
should we
unique
go for
idea.
certification?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, I mean, we can, yeah, we can. Next slide, next.
I will like to
Ma'am, hello.
congratulate her and all other team members. Excellent. You have done a job. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Dr. Alsi, Dr. Kurve, Dr. Geeta Balsarkar. It's been a wonderful program and a wonderful initiative. We hope to continue this.
Yes, yes, we are planning next year again. So this is a certificate. I'm going to send it by mail. Association of Medical Women in India, 20th October 2020. Association of Medical Women in India Award Certificate of Appreciation to Unsung Star, Dr. Gitanjali Amin, for the exemplary contribution in the field of cervical cancer. Signed by Yamini Alsi and Nalini Kurve.
Excellent.
Thank you very much.
Accept it, Gitanjali. I'm sorry I can't hand over you personally, but we will send you this certificate. Thank you.
Thank you
It's
very much.
beautiful.
Now, Dr.
I have
Chaitali.
my divisional head with us, Mr. Rajiv Agarwal. May I request him?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
1 minute,
After
this
this certificate, after this certificate, we will go to
Please,
Mr. Raju Agarwal. Yeah.
Dr.
Ashi, yeah.
Please accept this Association of Medical Women in India Awards Certificate of Appreciation to Unsung Star Dr. Chaitali Mukherjee for the exemplary contribution in the field of health sector and social services. Please accept it. We will send you to by email. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you all. And I invite Mr. Raju Agarwal for his divisional head, Iowa division of MQR for his deliberation. Mr. Raju Agarwal?
Yeah. Very good evening, madam. And thanks a lot, Dr. Amit. Just, dear Doctor, Association of Medical Women in India, at the onset, let me thank you all and congratulate you for this wonderful program. I thank Dr. Usha Saraiya, the chief guest, Dr. Yamini Alsi, president, and Dr. Nalini Kave, secretary, AMWI, for giving us this opportunity. An honor to present out our work. We represent the Iowa division of MPR, being number one in gynecology. This is maternal and embryologist. As this program is mainly about unsung stars and who have contributed heart and soul to the gynec for welfare of women. We are also proud to present one of our such initiative which we have taken in this COVID era. During these 6 months of COVID, in this period, it was evident that academic academic was standstill, so we have taken this initiative of doing digital marketing, digital platform for spreading the science, and conferences was cancelled. So as industry partners, we took up this responsibility by starting programming 28 webinars. Programming 28 is the scientific theme for the year, and it is about managing the ovarian cycle with GnRH analogs, gonadotropins and hormones. Hence, our webinars are called Programming 28 webinars. We are humbled by the support of Gynec fraternity to announce that we have done almost 126 webinars till date and covering 550 plus experts across the globe. So it was a really incredible work done by this our division, and I thanks all our Gynec fraternity, all societies like Foxy, MOGS, and all the regional societies and divisions and all these big societies, also those who have supported us, ESAR, and all these societies who have always supported us for spreading the science, and we are really proud to have partnered with them. We are thankful for the opportunity and acknowledgement by the Association of Medical Women in India, and congratulations for a wonderful webinar. I congratulate all the unsung stars, very inspirational and motivational work we have seen in this webinar, and thank you very much. We wish you very safe and healthy life from MCure. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Agrawal, and I wish that you continue your support in future also.
Yeah, definitely.
Because next year again we will have another Unsung Star program.
We need your blessings. We will continue to support the society.
And AMWI is not the only gynecologist branch. These are all faculties. So you keep it in mind that only gynecologists are not there. There are other faculties also in AMWI.
Definitely, madam. Our motive is that only, to spread the science. We'll continue to do that. Thank you very much.
Now I ask, anybody want to say anything now?
I just wanted to say that I'm very happy the way the whole thing has gone. This is Kamal Azari from Bombay. And I do look forward that we will be having this at a periodic annual sort of thing, you know.
Yes, yes. And we are planning to have this. So you be choosy now. Find out who are the unsung stars in your locality, or so we can present them to our members. Now I request Dr.
Next time, let us see if we can.
Wonderful program, Dr. Alsi and Dr. Kurve.
Thank you. May I request now Dr. Nalini to propose a vote of thanks?
Yeah. Thank you all of you. My profound thanks to the speakers, Dr. Chaya Chaurasia, Dr. Bulbul Rai Chaudhary, Dr. Sarita Bhalerao, Dr. Kamal Hazari, for their time and energy in researching and sharing the lifelong work of Unsung Stars. We appreciate your efforts and big thank you, madam. Thank you, chairpersons, Dr. Mrudul, Dr. Geeta, Dr. Baijayanti, for chairing the session and conducting it very smoothly and graciously. I thank MQR for the technical support in conducting this webinar. Thank you all participants for being with us.
You forgot to mention Sindhu Bhute.
Oh, Dr. Sindhu Bhute also. Dr. Sindhu Bhute, I am very much thankful to you for presenting the lifelong sketch of Dr. V.D. Shastrakar madam, which was very dear to us and which was a very, good professor and everything. Yeah, thank you, Dr. Bhute. Thank you all participants for being with us. Your presence made the webinar success. So stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you so much.
Thank you also.
Thank you so much. It was a wonderful program.
Wonderful program.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. That's why I said out of the box unique webinar. A lateral thinking by President Yamini Alsi.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All the time going for these other webinars, I thought there should be some change.
Yes.
Thinking.
It was something different, and very well. Yeah,
Yes.
very well done. And
Very well
it went,
organized,
and yeah,
Dr.
it
Nalu.
went very well. It went very well.
Yes.
For the
In
stars,
fact,
they
this
are
is the
really
first
the
time we had
stars.
no idea how to
Yeah.
conduct and everything, but it went well.
Very nicely organized.
Thank you,
Yes.
Jamini.
Thank you, Kai. Thank you, Kai.
Thank you.